record it. I'm gonna go over the training a little bit again. I went over it with Irene and Jess, but now everything's up and running. So I'm gonna record it because I want Amy and Kate and everybody else to watch it who's not on this call. So I'm gonna share this with you. So this is a training that my upline coach and I took from another coach, like her success partner, and she's let us like make our own version out of it. And it's been very successful for her and her new coaches to rank advance their business to Emerald quickly, efficiently, and then move their business forward. So we've taken it and made it our own kind of training. So I'm going to share my screen with you so I can show you. We have a Facebook group, and this is where we hold everybody in the group. So people will have a place to, see each other and connect with each other and comment, ask questions, and introduce themselves. So this is the welcome post. You can read it through it. I will add you since I'm going over this with you. Is it TILI?
My Facebook means Queen. So.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because I work in like law enforcement. I have to keep myself like kind of private. Because...
Am I not friends with you on Facebook?
Huh?
Am I not friends with you because you weren't coming up?
Yeah.
It's QUEA?
It's QUE.
Why is it so slow right now? Logan, our internet is slow. It wouldn't be an outage. I'm on.
Yes, Queen and
Oh, okay. Oh my God. What the fork?
Yep.
Anybody ever seen The Good Place with Kristen Bell? The Good Place with Kristen Bell. Such a good show. So like she goes to heaven, even though she's in like she's technically in the bad place. So when she swears, it comes out like totally different words. So instead of like the F word, it comes out fork, or shit, it comes out shirt. So that's how I'm gonna swear when I'm on call, so I don't offend anybody. But all right. So now I added you. So accept me.
Okay.
So I can add you in.
Okay.
All right. So this is a group where if you have a coach that comes into this business, I'll explain it very thoroughly so everybody knows, who says, I want to work the business, I'm ready to build my business, you get on a call with them, because when you bring on a new coach, you should get on a getting started right call. So you should get on with them, you should ask them what their goals are, what they expect from the business, talk to them about, Success Club, Emerald, like what your expectations are of them as they come into this business to work the business. This will also kind of guide them through that as well. So I gotta like refresh the page or something. So this is for anybody, like I said, who wants to build their Beachbody business and move it forward, whether side hustle, full-time hustle. It's gonna help them move their business from new coach to Emerald. So when they come in, I'm having calls with my coaches before I'm adding them in here. Why are you not coming up? This is driving me absolutely insane. There we go. Okay. I just added you. All right. So I'm having a call with them. I did this with Jess and Irene and Kate and Amy. I went over the group with them before I added them so they understood it. And this is what I would recommend you do. If you have a new coach comes into the business, schedule a call with them on Zoom, share your screen, show them visual. I'm a visual person. So this is the welcome post. It goes over about this is a business. It's not easy. If you want to make an income, you can with this business, but it's work, just like any other business. It's a self-paced training. However, if a coach is like, I want to be Emerald, I want to move my business forward, I want to hit Success Club, I want to make $200 this week, they should do this within 14 to 15 days. And you let them know that, like, hey, if you were serious about this, this needs to be done in 14 or 15 days. What I'm starting to notice is I need to tell my coaches who tell me what they want, I need to tell them what I expect from them, and you do the work, or I'm not going to get on a call with you unless I see you actually doing the work. And then she talks about her goals, Emerald, for you to create a habit of showing up daily, doing the vital behaviors. After you go Emerald, you'll be removed from this group and put in step 2. So we're going to have a step 2 group, which is going to be for coaches who are active Emerald. and then we will work with those Emerald coaches to get to Diamond, which is the next rank advancement after Emerald. So we put the links in here. So it's your responsibility to come in here, and I'm going to go through this. Jess is going to go through this. I think Kate and Amy are even going to go through this, even though they're Emerald coaches already. We're all going to go through this as a team, so we know what our coaches are looking at, and we know what to expect. Plus, you can always learn or relearn something new that maybe you're like, oh, that's not what I'm doing, and that's what I'm struggling with. So even if you have been through a new coach training before, this is the new revamped coach training that we are going to hang on to for a very long while. I know it's like the last year we've been like kind of testing things out, but this has worked really well for very successful coaches. So prep week. So you come in like tomorrow, right? I would recommend all of you guys start this tomorrow and get it done. So prep week, you come in here, you open up the prep week link, and it will take you to the prep link page. So we have used Google Forms. So once you fill it takes a little bit for the pictures first. Once you have filled all of this out and actually done the work, I will be able, and any coach, so like Talisa, Amy will be able to see your answers. I will be able to see your answers. I will be able to see Irene's answers. If Irene has a coach in here, she will be able to see their answers if she's logged in into the email, which I will give all you guys once you have a coach that needs to be added to the group. This is a team universal email we're using. So when you log into this email and you use the password we give you, you will be able to log into Google Forms with that email and go into Google Forms and see the responses. If you are just doing it as like I'm logged in right now. This is the RevFit United email. Kaylee Hennessy's my upline, that's why it says that. But we're all using the email. This way you can go in and you can see your coach's responses. So I can say like, all right, if we're all starting this tomorrow, right? Say it's Tuesday and I go in and there's no responses from Jess. I'm like, Jess, why didn't you do day one yesterday? What is going on? You know, so you can be on top of your coaches and make sure they're doing the work. And then, you know, like, hey, if they say, you know, I really need to get on a call, I'm struggling. Well, listen, you're not doing the training. So until you do the training, I'm not going to get on a call with you because there's nothing to talk about. And that's really how it has to be. Melanie does not get on calls with her coaches if they are not doing the work. She doesn't, because she's like, you're not putting in your part of the work. I'm not going to put in my part of the work. So this is very important that you guys do this if you want to move your business forward. This is going to help you do your personal development, do your invites, do your messaging, do your posting, do your contributing to the team page and the challenge group. So this is just prep. This can be done in a day. It talks about welcoming them to the team. There's a call here for you to watch. Once again, all going to do this. I'm even going to do this. Talks about what your why is, what your why is for the business, setting up direct deposit, your journey, what program you're doing. So we know, hey, all right, I know that this is Jess's why. She wants to be able to earn extra income so her husband doesn't have to work as much and he can be home more with the kids. I can hold her accountable to her. There's like a light in here. I can hold her accountable to her why now because I know what it is. So it's very important that we do all this with our coaches and with you guys so we can know why you're working in this business. We can know what program you're doing. It talks about using promo codes. It talks about, this is a new Quick Start guide, which is awesome. And the links you'll be able to click when you're looking at them. It talks about staying connected, posting on social media for your first intro post, which, okay, a lot of us have done our first intro post, but maybe do a post reintroducing yourself. I did it the other day talking about like, well, yesterday I did a transformation post and I talked about my, where I started because I watched that personal development that I shared in the group. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It talks about sharing your story because you never know who's new to watching you or new to actually reading your post, who maybe has been following you for a long time. That's like, oh, I never knew that she was overweight before. I never knew that she struggled with binge eating. Like I do too. So it's really important to always reintroduce yourself in one of at least your 9 squares on Instagram. So you can reintroduce yourself. Tell us something maybe you've never told somebody before, or reintroduce it in a different way. And then your goals. So once my new coach, Crystal, could say Crystal, because one of my discount coaches might actually want to coach. Once Crystal goes through this, I'm going to say, hey, go through the prep week. Once you finish this, let me know. We are going to schedule a call. Then once we schedule a call, I'm going to go over her responses with her. I'm going to go over her why. If her why just says something like, oh, I want to lose weight and just make extra money. Okay, well, that's not clear enough. We need, why do you want to make extra money? Really dig deep with your coaches and yourself to know what their real goal is. Like, if it's just to make some extra money, they're not going to stay accountable to that. Well, I want to make extra money because if I don't make extra money, I'm going to have to go get a 9-to-5 job. And I don't want to get a 9-to-5 job because I want to be able to pay home my kids. Like, it has to have really big meaning behind it. So make sure that your job as a coach and as a leader is to really dig deep with them so they stick around. Talking about what program they're doing. If they're not doing a program, you got to get them on a program. Really important to be a product of the product. Talking about their goals. So it'll talk here about, like, when you click the link, I'll actually pull it up. I gotta go through that. Screw that. It'll talk about, like, their like how to make serious goals. Make sure they make goals. Also make dates attached to it. I want to hit Success Club by this date. I want to be an Emerald coach by this date. So now, once they have prep, I have a call with them. I go over everything. Now they will go. Well, I can go back to the Facebook group. So it's their responsibility to come in here every day and do day 1 through 14. And you can't do multiple days in one day because it's a checklist. You're checking off Monday. So you come in here for day 1. So tomorrow's Monday, tomorrow's day 1. They're going to come in here. They could do this at the end of the day. They could do it with, through the day. They just want to make sure they don't lose the page, because until they hit submit at the bottom, I can do the view version. They might lose it. So did you do a workout program? Yes. So this is kind of like your vitals and training combined. Workout program, that's being a product of the product. Personal development. You want to make sure your coach, and that's something you should talk to them on a one-on-one call with them and ask yourself, are you doing personal development every day? Are you listening to motivational videos? I've been doing that when I go for my walks, or sometimes I have my coffee in the morning, I sit down, I take notes. Are you reading a book? Like, let's figure out what your struggles are and let's find a personal development podcast or a book that's going to help you with those struggles. Because if you're great with talking to people, don't do personal development on how to talk to people, like, because that's just stupid. So that's another one of your vital behaviors, personal development. Day 1 talks about inviting. You're going to watch the video. You're going to leave your notes. So hey, guess what? You don't leave any notes on what your takeaways were, and like, be deep about it. Don't just put, oh, I had a takeaway, like, it's important to invite. Like, that's bullshit. What was your freaking takeaway? So, once again, guess what? They're not watching a video on how to invite because they're not leaving their responses. This talks about compensation. And then every day you'll see, so there's always going to be a new, like, how to video, a new little thing here with info, but you're going to see this every day, personal development. In the checklist, you're going to see did you expand your network, adding people on social media, adding people, Facebook, Instagram. Here's ideas for posting every day. So you should definitely post every day for the first 14 days, well, for always, but you will have a guideline right here on how to post. Did you do a post? Instagram and Facebook stories. Once again, making sure you're checking things off your list. Like, this is going to help me stay accountable, even though I've been doing this for 6 years. Did you contribute to the challenge group? Make sure you post your workout selfie, your recipe, what your food was. If you meal prep, this is the link to the Fit Bod Squad right here. Contributing to Revelation Fitness is my upline coaches page, but are you contributing to our page, our team page, Anchored by Fitness, our team chat? Like, maybe you listened to really good personal development, or you heard a good podcast or heard a good quote and you wanted to share that. Like, share that. And then daily reflection. You'll see this every day. It's important to reflect and be like, okay, what did I do today? What didn't I do? What do I need to get done? And then you will submit it. So once you submit it, then your responses will show. So it looks pretty similar. I'll just show you day 2. So once again, Tuesday. All right, I'm going to come in here Tuesday. I'm on day 2. I'm going to click day 2. Very simple, very straightforward. 14 days. It's going to help you build your business, hit Success Club, and get to Emerald. If you do this, it's proven to work. You will hit Success Club and you will hit Emerald. But do it every single freaking day. So this is day 2. Once again, if you see all this, this different video, talks about inviting on social media. Emily Favre, she went from having 4 miscarriages to having a baby and building her freaking business and killing it. She committed to 80-day obsession, stuck with it, shared every day, and her business blew up. She invited. She didn't go to bed till all of her messages were answered in her inbox. Like, she did the work. So that's day 2, different compensation video, and then the rest of the stuff is follow-ups and all that stuff. So does anybody have any questions about any of that? And I went over it with some of you.
I have a question. Do
Yeah.
you mean daily posts as far as like posting in your stories, or actually
So
writing a
daily
post?
post is like an actual post. So, and this is another thing. I post 4 to 5 times a week. I make sure that I'm at least posting on my Instagram feed, my Facebook 4 to 5 times a week. Instagram stories, Facebook stories, I'm there every single day because people are going to watch your stories easier than they're going to go to your feed and watch your posts. So this, like, you have the checklist here, like IG, Facebook stories, like, okay, I talked about my daily life today. I already did that. I stayed arrested, I didn't work out, but I went for a walk. I used my collagen in my recover, and I showed that. It's Sunday, so a lot of people, you guys might be meal prepping. Like, take people through meal prep. Like, think about things in your stories. Like, what do you like to watch? Like, what did you struggle with when it came to health and fitness and nutrition and business that you're like, I like watching that, so why wouldn't other people like watching that? Because they might need that nutrition tip, that healthy meal, that workout clip where they see you struggling. So that's different than your actual post. So, but you can make a story. Like, I've done, what post was it I did? Let me show you something.
I see.
And Melanie does this a lot too. And my goal also is to go live on Instagram and Facebook at least 3 times a week. Something motivational, something, a tip, and then something that's inviting somebody to something. So there's a post. Come on, internet. But like, I'll just give you an example. So here's my post from yesterday, talking about, I literally remember this day to a T. And I remember how miserable I felt. And I still have that dress, so I really got to take a picture of it now. I have to find it. It's packed away somewhere. All right, so I could take this post and I could turn it into like a 10 clip story on like Unfold. I use the app Unfold a lot. There's also Story Art, but Unfold's nice because you can kind of like keep it all in one story and organize it. So I can make a story where I literally just copy, and I might make things shorter so it's not like a crap ton of words on one slide, but I can make this into a story. Like, sometimes you need to hit that lowest point in your life, the point where you take it anymore. And I could use that picture in that one slide. And then I could talk about, like, I could do like bullet points. I didn't have any self-love. I had no confidence. And I could take a picture of myself before I started Beachbody where I was like, just looked terrible. And that could be like in that slide. So you could break your post down into a story and share it in your story. Because like I said, some people who don't watch your feed might watch your stories, who really could probably use hearing the story, but they're not going to read the entire post. Because some people are visual people like me. I like to see like pictures. I love picture books. So like that is a way to go about doing a storytelling on your stories. Does that make sense? You do the same thing with coaching. What?
Sorry, what kind of other apps do you use like to make this really really pretty?
So I really just mean, I used to get really like, oh, my stories aren't like super pretty, and I don't get really wrapped up in that crap anymore because I don't have time for it. Like, I mean, you want it to be presentable, but at the same time, you don't want it to have like an entire freaking paragraph on it and have it, not correlate with the picture. So I use Unfold pretty much all the time. That's the easiest one to use because you can create it all in one shot, and then you can save the entire story to your phone.
What about as far as like templates go? Like if you're doing like a Shakeology post or like a new protein moment with those in, like how Jessica had those really really pretty sites like the Halloween.
The Halloween one, that's Story Art.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you can do, I use StoryArt or Unfold. So those are the ones. As far as pictures, you don't want writing, you don't want crap all over your pictures. Like this was, I told a story. And you know what's funny? Guys that play softball here in the league who I connected with before I moved down here, we didn't end up playing on his team because I had other people messaging me, but he was at Home Depot yesterday. He worked at Home Depot. And I walked in and he goes, I got to tell you something. He goes, can I stop you for a second? And I was like, yeah. He's like, my grandma and grandfather grew up in Long Valley, which is where I'm from. And he saw it from reading this post because I said, you know, I never saw myself leaving Long Valley, New Jersey. Like his grandparents lived at the top of the mountain of like down the road from where I live. So that's why it's like just so funny. That's how you can connect with people. Just telling the freaking story. And I had a lot of freaking likes. And let me tell you, I've made posts on here before. So Facebook really would, what Facebook is doing is they don't want you to do, like I did a post the other day and I deleted it because I was like, I knew I shouldn't have done it because it doesn't work on here. Stories, yes. This, no. You know, I'm looking for athletes, CrossFitters to sample out a new program because that 6 weeks of the work is great for CrossFitters, athletes, or people that want to train hard. Literally, one person liked it, and it was one of my friend Jen, who's a coach. Facebook wants you to share family-friendly storytelling posts because they want you to use Facebook like pages and pay for ads to build your business. So if you do anything salesy on here, like this had a good amount of likes on it and comments. It wasn't bad, but I told a story. It wasn't like I'm looking for 15 people to join my account. You know, I could say that down here. Like if this speaks to you, comment below. Let's chat. I'm here to help. That's a call to action. But I'm not saying I'm looking for 5 people to join my group. Like they make those posts. They like shadow ban it so people can't see it. So just be very careful about how you're telling your story. This was literally about moving, but I talked about how who knew 6 years ago when I decided to become a coach, it would help give us freedom and opportunity to move our life for even more freedom. Like I'm still doing a coaching job in here. So did you want to really think about that? I mean, people just keep, but going live, telling a story, you know, I had 71 comments on this freaking, just me talking about the freaking house. So that's just really important. So yes, when you're doing your stories, here's, you know, share a fear you've overcome. That could be a whole entire story. I could do a post on, you know, overcoming losing my mom, and Beachbody played a big part into that. Overcoming the fear of not knowing if I was going to see results. I did not think I was going to lose weight. And when I remember waking up on day 3, when I started Beachbody, and I was like, oh my God, my stomach's flatter. Like, it was like mind blowing to me when I started to see like muscles, because I was like, I never, ever, ever thought I would ever see that. So like, share that because other people feel that way. Brain dump, take a piece of paper and just like brain dump some ideas for your post. Like this is a great posting list to go off of. I'm going to go off of this too. I totally forgot this existed, but this is something exactly. You're when you do this for 14 days, this checklist, you're going to see this every day. So instead of thinking, I don't know what to post today, I don't know what to post today, like you have a guideline here. So really take advantage of that. So this, I'm really excited for this because I'm really excited for you guys who have been in the business longer than just a month or 2 to really step it up, do this training, and build your freaking business. So, are there any more questions about the checklist?
I have a question about like whenever you post like on Instagram, I see sometimes like other posts like they'll post, but they'll post like they have it broken up into like sections, but in bullet points. How do you do that on your phone? You know what I mean? Like it'll be folded, like somebody you fold it and then read them like a print.
Don't know really what you're talking about. You mean like bullet points like on my story? Like the one I did this morning?
Sorta, yeah. Kind of like
the free tips like this. I can't really say it, but
on your social media.
That's just me typing a little like slash and then space and then slash and then.
Or sometimes like people have it like italicized, like in their Instagram post. You know?
So there's an app or there's a page, so I can open up my web browser on my phone. It's called Lingo Jam. It's a fancy text generator. So hold on, I gotta stop sharing my freaking screen. My screen. So you can type like whatever you want to type. Hi, I'm Jenna. And then when you scroll down, it has like all this different font. You don't want to use anything stupid with like emojis in it, but like it has like pretty font. Like there's like font like that in my About Me section of my Instagram. You literally just copy and paste it into your post.
So it's not.
So it's called.
It's
There is an app, but the app charges you. This is free. You just go to lingojam.com on your phone. I just figured that out not that long ago. So yeah. So I just wanted to go over real quick before we get kicked off. I don't even know how long we've been on here. But my goal for this week, I'm starting 6 weeks of the work tomorrow. Is anybody else starting it yet? When are you guys starting it?
So I don't know if I'm going to start like 14th or the 7th. I'm still doing like 14th.
Yeah. So if you are doing Morning Meltdown and you want to finish that, like do it. That's totally fine. For me, I need this program in my life right now. I need
jealous. I'm so jealous.
I need this challenge. And guys, when a new program, if you truly want to do it, and you're truly passionate about it, when a new program comes out, freaking launches build businesses. Like excitement, this is a new trainer. It's just like, when you build that excitement around it, you're going to build your business. I reached out to a girl who added me on Facebook. I looked at her Facebook page. I just shot her a message like, hey, thanks so much for the ad. Like, I didn't see anything Beachbody related or anything. I was like, I had the conversation with her. I was like, no, are you a coach? Because she kind of like, she was working out. And she goes, no, I'm not a coach. I'm just, you know, on my journey. I get my Shakeology from my dad because he doesn't finish all the time. And I was like, oh, so you drank Shakeology before? We were talking about that. And then I asked her what kind of workout she does. And she was like, I really like intense workouts. I was like, oh, we have a new program, you know, coming out. Have you ever thought about joining my challenge group? And me and Irene talked about this the other day. And I said this before on a call, like a lot of us just aren't actually inviting. Like you're talking to people and then you're not saying like, hey, have you ever thought about joining one of my groups? Because that's literally what we need to do to get people to join us, is invite them. Or if you talk to them about coaching, have you ever thought about joining one of my sneak peeks? And she's like, oh yeah, I would love to do that. You know, is there a fee? And I said, well, it depends. Like if you already, this is before I knew she got her Shakeology from her dad. I was like, if you already drink Shakeology, you could just switch to me as your coach. And I can add you to the group and you can be supported. I said, you do have access to the workouts. If you want to try them out for 2 free weeks, you can. I said, we just had this new program that launched. If you want to try a sample workout, I was like, it's 6 weeks. It's intense. I explained it to her. And then she was just like, I was like, I can send you info on it. So I sent her the info and like in 2 seconds, she was like, that looks like something I would love to do. She signed up with that program that day. Like I invited her. Like, what if I never messaged her? And she added me on Facebook. Like I thought, I was like, oh, she has a coach. Like it's whatever. But she didn't. And I'm like, she's a hairstylist at 3 different salons. I'm like, you'd make a great coach because you talk to all these people while you're doing their freaking hair. And so I invited her to coaching. And I said, let me just send you some info. She's like, well, I've talked to people before. And she's like, you know, it just seems like nobody ever wants to do anything. And I was like, think about it this way. You have the power to change somebody's life. Just like you changed their hair. Like you're not selling them you're not like, you know, pushing them to get their hair done. Like they're coming to you because they trust you. I'm like, it's the same thing with health and fitness. I was like, just like I invited you, I said, did you think I was pushing? She was like, no, not at all. And I was like, you have the power to maybe change somebody's life, to give them, you know, a longer life, or to help them run around with their kids in the yard because before they were too out of breath. She goes, wow, you're right. Sometimes you gotta like explain it to people that way. And I was like, let me just send you some info on coaching. I said, no pressure. It's just info. It's free. I'm like, I really think, and I really do. She's very bubbly. She's cute. Like she kind of reminds her of me. She'll like me. And she's like, okay, yeah, no problem. She lives in Georgia. She's like, you should come visit. I'm like, you make a great coach. So I sent her the info. So it's really just about like talking it up with people. And like you'll get the vibe if somebody's like, they're like, okay, they're not feeling it. But then this girl was like, she was all about it. So you just never know. So side note, I'm starting tomorrow. So this week, I'm really going to be talking about the program. I'm going to be sharing my workouts. I'm going to be, taking a video after my workout, like, oh my God, because I'm sure I won't be able to catch my breath. I'm just going to be really taking people through my first week in the program so they can see what the workouts are like. They can see what I feel like. I'm going to be taking them through my nutrition. I'm going to be guiding people through what I'm doing, because if they see what I'm doing and they're like, I really would enjoy that, it comes with a nutrition plan, they're going to reach out to me, or I'm going to reach out to them because they're going to be watching my stories. And if I see them watching my stories and my workout clip, I'm going to shoot them a message and be like, hey, thanks so much for watching my workout clip on this new 6-week program I just started. Would you like to try a sample workout out? Make sure you guys are using the sample workout. Also, send them that sample workout and then send them morning meltdown, because maybe the 6 weeks is too hard for them. So send them both of them so they have options. And then be like, if you want to try another sample workout, send them with 4. There's all those sample workouts we have. So send it to them. They're on YouTube, they're on Vimeo. So Monday, every day I'm going to be taking them to a workout. Monday, I'm going to be doing like a must-have Monday. My must-have Monday is going to be 6 weeks of the work. Like, guys got to do this program with me. Like, it's freaking amazing. And then I also do like a meet me Monday. So I kind of like introduce myself, tell people about my story. Tuesday, because I'm saying enrollment is closing for 6 weeks of the work by the 14th, because I want people to have that fear of missing out. I want them to commit to 6 weeks of the work. I want them to commit to my new coach training, which is starting Monday too. Anybody can come in at any time if they want to work the business and start that coach training, because it's self-paced. But once again, I'm creating the fear of missing out. I'm creating a sense of urgency for them to join. And I'm only taking X amount of people, and I only have X amount of promo codes left. So really use that to your advantage. Tuesday, I'm doing, and this, so I got this Monday through Friday thing here. I got this through an Instagram training I did a few months ago with Amanda, and it worked really well as Alex Beaton. So we actually paid for this. Tuesday, the how-to. So ask your audience, hey guys, I'm going to be sharing some recipes later. Or do you want to know, are you looking for like some crock pot recipes? Are you looking for some like healthy fall cocktail recipes? You can literally go to the Beachbody On Demand blog and you can pull them from there. But ask your audience what they want to see. Or I'm going to be doing like 3 workout moves, 3 booty moves. Or would you rather me talk to you about how I started my business, or something like what they want to hear from you? And then put a poll, have them use the poll later that day, do whatever it is that won. Hi. Wednesday is Work With Me Wednesday and Woman Crush Wednesday. So it kind of works together, because you can talk about your Woman Crush, your team, or your challenge group, and then you could take people through your workday. So if you work another job, right, but you're a side hustle coach, take people through that, because people don't understand how they can build a business and work a full-time job and have kids and do this and do that. So take them through your day. And in the beginning of the day, be like, hey guys, today's Work With Me Wednesday. So I'm going to be taking you through my entire workday from start to finish with my full-time job, but also how I build this business and how I fit it into pockets of time. So that's Wednesday. And then you do your Woman Crush Wednesday. Like, here are some of the amazing women that I have met through this side hustle or this full-time hustle, whatever it is to you. Thursday's misconceptions. So I like to do misconceptions of coaching or our challenge groups. I like to mix it up week to week. So Thursday it might be like, what misconception do you want me to talk about? The fact that you have to be at your goal weight to be a coach, or the fact that you have to have a degree to be a coach? Because a lot of people don't realize that you could be a coach. They think you go to like get certified, become a nutritionist or something like that. Or you could be like, what misconceptions do you want me to talk about today? The fact that Shakeology is just another protein shake, or that, our performance line, oh my God, the gate just opened, it's the wind, it freaks me out. Talk about something with the performance line, like our pre-workout is the same as other pre-workouts. And then whatever one they pick, you can do slides showing the facts of Shakeology or showing the facts of Energize or whatever it is. And then Friday, I'm going to do like a full-on invite every Friday. And I did this when I actually did this training, and it worked so well. I'm going to share the script for it. But it's basically going to be talking to people about like, okay, so you've been wanting to work out, but you don't know where to start. This is the place for you to start. And I'm going to talk to them about my group. I'm going to talk to them about what I have to offer. And then I'm going to invite them. And then it's also Feel Good Friday to do your dance moves and all that fun stuff with your TikTok video. So that is what my week looks like. I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to put it in the group so everybody has it. Does anybody else have any questions?
You get an email, because I got an email yesterday about the 6 weeks of the book because I actually purchased a shirt and it's more energized.
I can't really hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Is it just me?
Can you hear
Talk
me now?
now. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so I got an email yesterday from 6 weeks of the work stating that I got qualified for an exclusive testing launch group.
For the launch group?
Yeah.
So any coach who unlocks 6 weeks of the work qualifies for a group with him. So you add, it should have instructions on how to join.
Right. But I should like stop doing something because I really
I can't hear you again.
I said, I don't know if I should just stop. Some people do, like, you stopped MM100, right? To do, like...
Yeah, and I talked about it, too. So, like, if you're just not feeling Morning Meltdown, like, that's okay. I talked about it. I was like, look, like, I liked Morning Meltdown. It was challenging. But for me, and for the results I'm going for, and for the kind of challenge I like, I am so pumped for 6 weeks of the work because I did 80-day obsession. I did the slides, the bands, the weights. I had amazing results with it. I loved how it targeted different body parts that I wasn't targeting before with other programs. Like, this is just so my jam, and I've been waiting for a program like this. So I'm going to do what's best for me and my goals, and I'm going to move on to this program. That's the beauty of this. We have so many different programs. And when a new program comes out, even if you're not feeling it, you did it so you at least have some, you have, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of it.
You have other options to give.
Yeah, you have options, but you've had, you've had experience. That's what I was like. Experience with that program. So you at least know that if somebody comes in and is like, I want a program that's variety and, not a lot of weightlifting, not heavy weightlifting, but some cardio, like Morning Meltdown's a good option for them because it's not heavy weightlifting. It's not long workouts. It's got a lot of cardio. So it's good you have experience for it. So like if you truly want to do 6 weeks of the work, that's okay. And be honest with your challenges. Jatana Jackson, she's a little, we're going to kick off, but let me take a picture real quick for you. All right, everybody smile. She was obsessed with 80-day obsession. Then Lift 4 came out. She was not feeling Lift 4. She's pretty much done 80-day obsession. She's tried the other programs as they come out, same thing, but she just always goes back to 80-day obsession because that's her jam. So, and it's okay. All right. So, who's starting the new coach training tomorrow? Everybody put their damn hand up. All right. I will be checking on all of your responses.
Jenna,
So
there's the pre whatever, right? Before we started tomorrow.
It's prep. It's literally
The prep, yeah.
You could do that today. Or you could do the prep tomorrow and start day 1 on Tuesday. Whatever.
All right.
So, all right, guys. It was lovely seeing you. Happy Sunday. Go get your meal prep or whatever.
Go watch football.
Yes. My Giants are playing Logan's Vikings. Let's go.
Yes. Yes. Can't wait to watch the post about that.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.